Charlotte Cassadine isn't a very good liar. In the General Hospital recap for Thursday, November 9, 2023, features Charlotte coming up with quite the cover story. Little did she know, her dad already knew the truth. Also in this episode, Nettie remembered his life as Ned, Cody tried out his modeling chops, and Brooke Lynn mulled over a devious plan. Now let's dig a little deeper into the details. Valentine, James Patrick Stewart, and Nina Cynthia Watrous were at Charlotte's Scarlett Fernandez bedside when she opened her eyes. This was a huge win for the girl, who was quite pleased to see them together. Her relief was short-lived though, because much to Nina's protests, Valentine began asking his daughter for answers. Charlotte was clearly gearing up to tell some tall tales, and Valentine did his best to stop her by delivering the facts. She left her friends and changed her costume. Why? Valentine demanded real answers. Unfortunately, all he got were straight-up fibs. Charlotte lied her little face off. She said she changed because she didn't think Valentine would approve of her costume, and she was only at Anna's because she found her key and wanted to return it. She was going to leave a note but got shot instead. Don't you believe me, Papa? Over at Sunny's, Anna, Finola Hughes, was desperate to explain herself to Valentine, but Sunny, Morris Bernard, stopped her. It wasn't the right time, and he was right. Her hanging back gave Dante, Dominic Zamprogna, the opportunity to talk to her. He told her all about the key and paint found in Charlotte's backpack. Yes, the key was Anna's, and yes, the paint matched the one used before. Anna simply could not believe Charlotte was the one terrorizing her, especially not on her own. There had to be someone else behind all this. She ran off to talk to Valentine. Sunny and Dante stayed behind to mull things over. Could a young girl do such things? The evidence all pointed in that direction. Out in the water, Nettie Wally Kurth swam and swam until he got himself caught up on an underwater plant and netting. With his leg stuck, he began to panic, and his life flashed before his eyes. His life as Ned. His memories came flooding back, and he finally remembered who he was and all the important moments in his life. Olivia. Lisa Lucicero, fearing the worst, dove into the water to find her man. Thankfully, she came upon him in the nick of time. She started to do all she could to free him from his trap and save his life. Also coming into their own, or trying to, was Esmond Avery Kristen Pohl. She showed up at the Metro Court to find Laura Jenny Francis, who was breaking the bad news of the shooting to Spencer Nicholas Alexander Chavez. She told them both about an amazing apartment she found. Spencer flipped his lid. There was no way he was going to allow Esmond to take Ace out of the house. Too bad the decision was not his though. Esmond reminded Spencer that she is Ace's mother and the only one to make decisions for him. Much to Spencer's dismay, Laura backed up Esmond. Over on set, the deception team was ready for their shoot with the famed Salvador. Well, until it almost fell apart. The photographer wasn't pleased to hear his subject was Sasha, Sophia Matson, given her drug history. Thankfully, Maxie, Kirsten Storms, smoothed things over, and the campaign was off to a good start. Cody, Josh Kelly, brought in the alpaca and accidentally got in on the action. Salvador loved the new additions to his shots and overruled Maxie by demanding Cody stay on camera too. Speaking of deception, Lois, Rena Sofer, talked her into the ultimate plan to repair all the damage that was done. She implored her daughter to take the company shares from Tracy and share them with her friends. Why didn't Brooke Lynn, Amanda Setton, think of that? It was perfect. Meanwhile, Felicia, Christina Wagner, and Stella Verney Watson had a coffee and talked about a multitude of things. Felicia cried about her guilt over pushing Anna to take the apartment and how it ended in a shooting. Stella nearly broke down over a lost love named George she left behind in London. She could have had it all, sigh.